Hello, everybody. It's that time of day again. I have my frumpy reading sweater on, so it must be story time. Let's see what we got today. Hang on. A nice cup of hot Earl Grey tea. Okay, are you ready? Are you comfortable? Sit back. I'll get the book. Just a second. Okay, I have a book. Let me get my reading glasses. Got my reading glasses on. And today's book is called The Dark by Robert Munsch. So let's begin. When Julianne came down the stairs for breakfast, there was a big cookie jar on the kitchen table. She turned it upside down, but nothing came out. So she hit the bottom of the jar. Whap, 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 whap. And still nothing came out. Finally, she held the jar up over her head and looked into it. A small dark lump fell out, bounced on her nose, and rolled across the table. Julianne said, "What's that?" Her mother said, "What's that?" A small dark ate Julianne's shadow and got a little bit bigger. The small dark ate her mother's shadow and got a little bigger. The small dark ate the toaster's shadow and got even bigger. "I think it's a dark," said Julianne. By this time, the dark was as big as the toaster. Julianne's father came in and said, "Hey, what's that?" Julianne said, "It's a dark. It eats shadows." Julianne's father picked up the dark and threw it out the window. The dark landed and bounced boing, 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 boing down the street. The dark saw lots of car shadows, and it ate them up. The dark saw lots of telephone pole shadows, and ate them up. The dark saw lots of house shadows, and it ate them up. The dark even saw some butterfly shadows, and it ate them up. The dark was now as big as a hill. It came back to Julianne's house, sat on the roof, and went to sleep. The whole yard was so dark that Julianne could not go out and play. Julianne's mother and father said, "What's this?" They ran outside to chase away the dark, but it was so dark outside that they got lost. They could not even find the door to come back in. Julianne was very upset. Then she saw that the dark had not eaten her chair's shadow. So she broke off a piece and held it out the window. She yelled, "Food!" The dark came right down the side of the house and jumped on the shadow. Then Julianne broke up the rest of the shadow into little pieces and put them into a cookie jar. Right away, the dark flew through the window, jumped into the jar to eat the shadow. As soon as the dark was inside, Julianne put the top on the jar. She taped it with tape. She glued it with glue. She plastered it with plaster. And she roped it with rope. Then, all her friends helped her carry it to the garbage can, and they dumped it inside. Her mother and father called the garbage truck. The truck came and took the dark away. It never came back. All the shadows took a whole week to grow again. The end. My, that was interesting, wasn't it? Having a dark. But she got rid of it. Good job, Julianne. Well, that's the end of the story. Have yourself a great day. Take care of one another, take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.